Rehearsal tracks.
Rehearsal tracks.
Rehearsal tracks.
Is this the little girl I carried? Is this the little boy at play? I don't remember growing older. When did they? This is my Fiddler on the Roof experience part 2. Where I want to share with you some of the things that are behind the scenes and things I've learned or things I enjoyed about actually doing the shows. So Sunrise Sunset's one of my favorite songs. Well, a lot of them are. But in this song, I first learned the alto part. Okay, quiet. Here's the alto part. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the years. And then when we blocked the scene, several of us alto ladies discovered that we were in fact men in the wedding scene during this song. So one of the characters, Perchik, he quickly turned around and taught us the tenor part. So we practiced it all night in tenor. Seedlings turn overnight to sunflowers. And then Mordka, the innkeeper, he was commenting on, whoa, what happened? There's like so many tenors. And it was a little imbalanced. So a little while later, I asked, well, can some of us learn the baritone part? Because there's too many tenors. So I had to learn it a third time. Blossoming even as we gaze. When did she get to be a beauty? When did he get to be so tall? So I overheard in the green room the character Motel, who is the first to marry one of Tevia's daughters. His girlfriend's sisters were all in the front row, and Tevye is singing about his daughter growing up and when did she get to be such a beauty, and then Motel, when did he get to be so tall? And there was lots of laughter from the front row. I don't think Motel's that short, but apparently his girlfriend's sisters thought it humorous. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the years. One season following another, laden with happiness and tears. So some of my memories of Fiddler on the Roof are opening night. Violet and I went early and I helped braid one of the girls' hair. She plays my son, and in order for her hair to fit under her cap a little better, I just did a French braid crown for her and for Violet. So when I arrived at Lovegood, first thing first, I get into my costumes. I learned really quickly that I could not costume change quick enough, so I had to layer up. So my second costume is my tavern dancing man, who I named Dudeka. Here's an attempt at the bass part. Seedlings turn overnight to sunflowers. Seedlings turn overnight. Too bad. I'm not going to learn this. And then I start out as Ida the baker. So I must be wearing her costume on the outer layer. It was really hot. I felt like I was layering up to go live in Siberia. And then we'd have to go make sure our props were set and then go warm up. Oh, all that jumping around Grace made us do. Oh, definitely properly warm and sweating. before I go and check my props, I prep my mustache and my beard. I used toupee tape and parchment paper so that I could cover them but be able to peel it off easily, and then also reuse it because I had to change back into Ida after the Tavern Dancing Man. And then I changed into a bottle dancer man, so I needed to reuse my mustache and my beard. So the mustache was made by hair and makeup lead lady. She painted liquid latex onto her face and put in this wool hair. They were a little crazy looking and I loved it. I didn't really want to sit and have latex painted on my face to make the beard, so I bought one online. The mustaches I found online just weren't working out, so they were too glossy, wrong color, too trimmed. So thankfully Danielle made a bunch of extra mustaches and it was the perfect match. I had to write myself a little note to take my glasses off too. That was part of my man character I wanted to do, was remove a padded bra and remove my glasses so I could be a different character. Ah!
Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly flow the day. See things turn overnight to sunflowers, blossoming even as we gaze.
After prepping my beard and mustache, I went upstairs and checked on my bread basket for my Ida the Baker character. This is fool's bread. It fooled me. I thought it was real until 2 days before the show. And it's rubber foam. This is real bread, but you wouldn't know it. Super old. And this can give you a concussion if I hit you in the head with it. And then I went to my little house, which was close to the stage, and I put my string of bagels on a hook. I also put my fiddler cap, and then I set up my beard ready to go so that I could change into Dudka. Wrap up my whole costume into my shawl and carry it with me to the tavern, and then make sure to carry it out of the tavern so I could change back into Ida. After I got all dressed up, snug and warm for Siberia, we started doing vocal warm-ups. And, you know, there's the typical me, ma, moo, whatever. But then David, the music director, would pick various notes for each, you know, bass, baritone, tenor, alto, and soprano to sing. And then we would do the exercise and then move up chromatically, and I just got chills. The harmony sounded amazing, and I just thought to myself, oh, I love being in choir. It's also amazing to have a birthday and have them sing happy birthday to you with harmony. It's beautiful. That was like one of the best birthday song experiences I've ever had. And then we went downstairs for a while and snacked and visited until it was time to circle up. We would all gather as a whole cast into one room and play some games, hear some words from the director. He would read off comments of people, of what they would say about how much they liked the show, and that was always such a happy thing. Get us excited and psyched for the show. We would play a hand clapping game. Czechoslovakia, boom shaboom. Yugoslavia, boom shaboom. Let's get the rhythm of the hands. You got the rhythm of the hands. And the feet. And the hips. Ding dong. And the eyes. Eyes. Let's get the rhythm of heart. Ooh, 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 you got the rhythm of the heart. Let's get the rhythm of the back. Ah! You got the rhythm of the back. Ah! You got the rhythm of the tongue. And of the ears, and of the pits, P-U. It would get us smiling, laughing. And then we would also play the hand squeeze game where we would try to send the hand squeeze around the circle and time it and see how fast we could get through it as a cast. And that was a lot of fun. And then director Evan would give us a few final words and a prayer. And then in Yiddish, we would all say, in essence, break a leg, but it was wishing you great success. Mahatzlacha. And then go potty. And then wait to hear places. Cast members for her oleo, she had recorded a bunch of Yenta sayings throughout the show because on the side to the extras she'd be saying more stuff that was cracking people up. Here's some of them. Thank you. I may be old, but I haven't lost all my, marbles. And then older, getting older, am I right? The joint pain and the swelling.
Of course, there was that time when he sold him a horse, but he delivered a mule. But that's all settled now. Now we live in simple peace and harmony, and everybody gets along with a mule.
I'm wrong. We've been through this. It was a horse.
It was a mule.
It was a horse.
We used to have a veterinarian in the village, and he said it was a mule. Mordka found out, and now we have no veterinarian. I believe that you believe it was a mule. Look at my lips. Mule.
Oh, they've been friends since they were children. They talk, they play.
They play? What do they play?
I don't know. They're just children.
From such children come other children.
In the scene where Yenta goes to visit Golda, and she's talking to her about the butcher being interested in Seitel, she keeps stealing food from Golda. So she takes a potato and puts it up hers. She eats crackers. After crackers, all the crackers, and I guess in one of the first few nights she drooled and it splooshed on the floor. She had eaten too many crackers. Oh yeah, and then later she's pulling more crackers out of her bag and eating them.
I must go home and prepare my poor salad table, so... Goodbye, Golda. It was a pleasure talking.
Yenta, you said you had news for me.
Oh, I'm losing
There
my
are
mind.
wings.
One day it will fall off all together and of course we'll kick it into the mud and goodbye, Yenta!
Some of the friends in the front row were asking Yenta, can you find a match for us? Think of yourself as a cocoon. I'll find you a good match. Do you like bread and butterflies? I find you a good match. I have a perfect man matched for you. I'm just waiting for some of the women in the village to die first.
Because you're a girl from a poor family, so whatever Yenta moves you take, right? Of course, right. Oh, have I no match for you? He's handsome, he's young, 1962. I found him! Well, you will be lucky, right? He's handsome, he's tall, that is from side to side, but he's a nice man.
Yenta herself is kind of talks too much, meddles in other people's business, but she also spreads rumors. And so during the show week, she started spreading little rumors on pieces of paper about people. So things like the rabbi, he barely passed rabbi school because he doesn't know how to read. And the one she shared about me, Ida's bagels are moldy and she knows it, but she still sells them, so be careful what you eat. So a few days later, we started trying to come up with some rumors about her. Now, I technically did not make this rumor, but I did spread it. Yenta uses Tinder. That's pretty bad. And then me and my family thought of one now. In the musical, Yenta does open Hoddle's mail. And so one idea is Yenta was sent to jail in Kiev for opening someone else's mail.
I see by what my gold out looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. Oh, what a happy mood she's in! Screaming at the servants day and night. I wouldn't have to work hard. Diddle-diddle, 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 diddle-dum. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man?
Why don't you ever bring us some good news?
Well, I just read it. It was needed from the authorities.
May the authorities begin itching in places they cannot reach.
Amen.
Why do you curse? What good does your cursing do? You should know what's going on in the outside world.
So, you're from Kiev, Rev Perchik. Perchik! As Abraham said, I am a stranger in a strange land.
That was Moses.
Forgive me. As King David put it, I am slow of speech and slow of tongue.
That was also Moses.
For a man with a slow tongue, he talked a lot. Stay the Sabbath with us. Of course, we don't eat like kings, but we don't starve either. As the good book says, when a poor man eats a chicken, one of them is sick.
Where does the good book say that?
Well, it doesn't exactly say that, but someplace it has something about a chicken. Good salmon!
Good salmon. Good job.
This is mine. This is mine. This is mine. This is mine. This is not mine. This is Montalcan's oil. He is a friend of Cyprus.
So you did me a favor and came in.
This is also mine.
Laser Wolf wants to see you.
The butcher? About what? If he's thinking about buying my new milk cow, he can forget it.
Tevye, don't be an ox.
My show children, Bajna and Gad, they're very sweet and very helpful to me during this whole process. I would get confused as to where to go next and when should I get my prop. I need it placed somewhere else for the next scene. Am I a guy or a girl right now? It took me a while to figure out all the transitions. I have fond memories of singing Sabbath prayer and coming out of our little house as a little family, singing together and with a candle, and it's just magical.
May the Lord protect and defend. May the Lord preserve you from pain. May the
makeup for the show, David shared this one with me. I told my wife that she drew on her eyebrows a little too high. She looked surprised. It was just, that one got me, because I was like drawing on my eyebrows as he was telling me this joke.